So I see in the paper there today and reported in the media that Gemma O'Doherty has been convicted and fined in her absence for breaching COVID-19 regulations. She left her home and travelled to Cork in December 2020 for an anti-lockdown protest, and the Cork District Court heard evidence from the Gardaí that she was among a group of people who were at a protest, anti-restrictions protest in December 2020. He said that the sergeant, or Tim McAuliffe, said that the group had been holding placards relating to the COVID lockdown, and they were encouraging the public not to wear masks. He said that Miss O'Doherty addressed the crowd at 4:25 on the day of the protest. He said that she spoke of the lockdown. She insisted that the virus was a hoax and that RTE was spreading lies on behalf of the government about COVID-19. He said that the group then moved to outside the studios of RTE Cork before heading off to the office of the then Taoiseach Micheál Martin. Sergeant McAuliffe then went back into said the group went back into the Grand Parade in Cork City Centre, and shortly after 7 p.m. he engaged with Gemma O'Doherty, asked her if she had reasonable excuse to leave her county. Miss O'Doherty began recording him, telling him that he didn't know the Constitution or his oath and that she was on essential duties. It seems to be the case that she was claiming she was on essential journalistic duties. He stated, however, that from what he observed, she wasn't carrying out any journalistic duties and was instead actively engaging in protest at the restrictions. Another Garda sergeant, or detective Garda, he gave evidence about taking pictures of the scene of the protest, and he told the Judge O'Leary, that O'Doherty addressed the crowd and that footage of the protest was subsequently put online by those in attendance. So Garda Dennehy said he arrived at the Grand Parade at 2:50 p.m. on December 12th, took photographs including images of Miss O'Doherty addressing the crowd. Inspector Anne-Marie Guiney then gave evidence that Miss O'Doherty had claimed she was present in Cork for essential journalistic services. She said that such a claim was not a reasonable excuse for travelling from Dublin to Cork, and that O'Doherty wasn't in Cork in an independent capacity to report, but was instead a participant in the protest. Judge O'Leary convicted and fined O'Doherty €750, giving her 5 months to pay the amount. She was convicted of breaching a penal provision of a regulation made under Section 31 of the Health Act as amended to prevent, limit, minimise or slow the spread of COVID-19. She did not have legal representation in court, and Judge O'Leary asked if the defendant had been notified of the hearing. She was told that O'Doherty had been informed. The name Gemma O'Doherty was called outside the courtroom to ensure that she wasn't in attendance in the body of the courthouse. So she was convicted in her absence, and this was for breaking COVID-19 rules by attending an anti-lockdown protest in Cork in December 2020, and as I say, she's been fined €750 and given 5 months to pay.